Look at me, Lord. Look at me. I'm changing.
Hello, my phenomenal sisters. Welcome to this week's Change Motivator. I'm so happy to be with you this week, and I'm glad you could join me for this week's Motivator. Well, we've concluded 4 weeks of beginning a journey of change, and I pray that you're continuing to reflect upon those 4 weeks that we've just completed. I pray that you've journaled the journey thus far, and this week we're going to begin to look at our self-worth. Do you know your worth? Do you know that you were built to last? This week's reflection has caused me to think about how I never ever believed that I would wear a hair weave. I swore them off. I just didn't think it was for me. But for the first time ever in my life, I got one. I had one for 6 months, and I absolutely loved it. They're built to last. They can endure anything that we would need them for, any event, any activity. But what was so pivotal for me about that encounter was that it didn't change who I was. It didn't take anything from me. It may have added some things. It was an accent, but it didn't define me. The compliments were nice, and compliments are nice. But compliments can also be a hindrance when we become dependent upon them. Compliments should never be the reason why we change. It should never be the reason why we continue to do something over and over again, even if it's not pleasing to us. Compliments should never be the reason that you decide or base who you are and your worth upon it. Compliments are just that. They compliment. They don't complete, and they don't sustain. This week's scripture comes from Proverbs 30, the Proverbs 30 woman. A woman of a story I'm sure we're all very familiar with. But specifically, I'm focusing on the 10th passage of the 10th verse of this passage that talks about a woman knowing her worth far above rubies. And if we go further down, it tells us that our strength and honor are our clothing. It's who we are from the outside to the inside. So my dear sisters, I want you to think about that when you think about your worth, when you think about knowing who you are, when you think about your process of change. What are you changing to? Who are you changing for? And what is it that you endeavor that change to be? It has to be something that's going to last. It has to be something that's meaningful to you. Regardless of the situation you're coming from, if it's one of abuse, if it's one of a terminal illness, you were built to last. No one can take anything from you that you don't freely give to them. No one can give to you what you're not open to receive. Cancer can only define you as long as you allow it to contaminate who you are. It's something you have. It's not who you are. Whatever the adversary, whatever the adversity, the trial, or the tribulation, you're bigger than that. Proverbs remind us that we were built to last. We're virtuous. We're far above rubies, and we know the cost of a ruby. So when you understand your worth, you understand that your strength, your honor, your ability to persevere extends beyond any endeavor that you could ever encounter in your life. When you understand your worth, you understand that the power that is imposed upon you by an abuser is not about you, it's about their lack of self-worth. So this week, I want you to think about that. I want you to ponder upon Proverbs 30. Find yourself in that scripture. Know that the Creator created that with you in mind. He created this virtuous, priceless woman. Know your self-worth. Know that you were built to last. So I pray that you continue to journal your journey. You continue to reflect upon the goals that you have. for the remainder of this year and for the upcoming year. Don't just make it a New Year's resolution. Resolve to change every day. Every day is a new day. So I'm excited to join you this week again. Remember, you are far more than any endeavor, any adversity, any trial you could be going through right now. Your strength and your honor are your clothing. You were built to last. Purpose to change, change on purpose. God bless you.